Sir, we are back with yet another episode of Sutton Reactions. I am your host, Sutton Def, and this is episode 64 of the show on this beautiful Tuesday, June the 23rd. We're getting through June, aren't we? We're getting through June. Before you know it, it'll be July. Then after that, before you know it, it'll be August. And August is when the NFL season kicks back off. You guys know how big of a football fan I am. I personally cannot wait for football to be back. I don't know about you, but I can't wait. I mean, these weeks here without any mini camp, without any OTAs, without anything really, that much to talk about regarding our Ravens and just football in general, it's painful. It is unequivocally painful. It's terrible. But again, we are almost through the trenches here, just about a month left. But between now and then, we've got a lot of things to kind of focus on, a lot of things going on in the world. Of course, World Cup is going on right now. My guy Alex let me know yesterday that World Cup won't be wrapping up until about a month from now. A little less than a month from now. I think he said July 19th is when the World Cup wraps up. So I'm looking forward to some more soccer, some more worldly soccer here. It's been heating up so far, and I know the knockout stages are happening soon. So plenty of things to talk about, plenty of things to get into here on this episode 64 of the show. Shout out to the live chat as always. I see my guys King Blaze and Stretch in the live chat. What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all for coming through. Happy Tuesday. Yeah, we got some things to get into here on this episode 64. Make sure you guys leave a like on the video. Guys, leave a like on the video. And then also, if you're part of the replay gang on this one, comment down below what you thought, your comments, questions, concerns. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and get right into it. Yes. Welcome back to yet another episode 64, actually, of Sutton Reactions. Again, I'm your host, Sutton Def. And here's a show where we react to literally any and everything, stuff you guys send me, stuff I find online myself that I find interesting, things going on in the world, funny stuff, anything you could think of, controversial topics, all that good stuff. So yeah, welcome in. Stretch says just in time for his lunch break. All right, cool. I mean, love that. Love when you get some new, fresh content. I was like, what do they say? Holy refresh pool, something like that. That's what they be saying. Darius Tyrell, what's going on, Darius? Salute to you. And then Void is in the house as well. What up, Void? Appreciate all of y'all for coming through as always. All right. So let's go ahead and start off here with some pressing news, some pressing matters. Kenny, good afternoon. Yesterday, well, honestly, overnight, we learned that Giannis Antetokounmpo, formerly now of the Milwaukee Bucks, he is going to be traded to the Miami Heat. And here's the full details of this trade here. Reported by Shams Charania last night, literally, what it was like 10:50 p.m. I was already asleep by then. Your boy be needing rest. The Milwaukee Bucks are trading franchise icon Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bobby Portis to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero, Kalel War, Jamie Jaquez Jr., Kasparis Jakušionis, 3 first-round picks, including number 13, 1 pick swap, and 1 second-rounder. And that's, again, sources were telling ESPN all of this information. Now, I woke up to this, and my immediate thought was, okay, it finally happened. Right, Milwaukee ripped off the Band-Aid. It was reported back in 2025 that Giannis and his agent went to Milwaukee and said, hey, look, we think it's time for us to part ways. Like, we should just kind of amicably part ways here. It's been years. We've won a title together. We just want to move on, And the Milwaukee Bucks were basically that sad simp in a relationship who's like fighting for the relationship or fighting for the marriage, even though the partner has made it very clear and obvious that they're ready to move on. They're ready to rip off the Band-Aid. So Milwaukee finally here in June of 2026. They rip off the Band-Aid right before the NBA draft, which is, I believe, tonight. And the Miami Heat now have Giannis Antetokounmpo because of that decision from the Bucks. Now, apparently the Bucks were, considering the Miami Heat's deal, or the Boston Celtics also put up a trade package as well for them. I just think that they couldn't really deny the 3 first-round picks, you know what I mean, from Miami here. And then you get a couple of good role. You got Tyler Hero and then a couple of good role players as well. It's a fresh rebuild. It's a fresh rebuild for this team. The Milwaukee Bucks, that is. Now, for the Miami Heat, it's like, okay, you traded for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and this was getting back to my original point. My first thought when I saw this, okay, you traded for Giannis Antetokounmpo, Miami, but who does that truly leave you with, right? Who does that leave you with? As a matter of fact, let me look this up. Let me look it up really quick. Let me see. Okay, so the potential 2026 and 27 starting lineup for the Miami Heat are as follows. Davion Mitchell at the point, who is he's a fine player, but he's not a great player by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, for a point guard, 9 points a game this past season, averaged 6.5 assists. I mean, he would have to get those way up, right? If he wants to be a starter and the Miami Heat want to contend, his assist numbers would have to go way up, which I assume, under Giannis and with Bam Adebayo as well. Who knows? It could be Lob City. Who knows? But going on from there, you got Norman Powell, who's about 100 years old. You know what I mean? About 100 years old. And then you've got Andrew Wiggins, who, and I said this in the YouTube short over on PRP that I literally just posted. Andrew Wiggins, as somebody who is from the Hoop Mixtape era, and when that was super popping, I was watching Hoop Mixtape a lot. Ball is Life, all that good stuff, the highlights. Andrew Wiggins has one of the most legendary Hoop Mixtapes of all time. For me, it's easily top 5, maybe even top 3, which I know is pushing it for some people because, you got Austin Rivers and you got John Wall and, all these guys, right? But no, man, I mean, Andrew Wiggins was up there for me. But the problem is Andrew Wiggins, he has had one season where he won the title with Golden State, and he was actually impactful in that finals down the stretch. Outside of that, man, I mean, he just kind of disappears. I still like him. I'm sure there's probably people who feel the same way about Andrew Wiggins, like Heat fans who feel the same way about Andrew Wiggins that I feel about Rashad Bateman. You know what I mean? But again, you can't really rely on Andrew Wiggins to be because here's the thing. He's going to be a solid defender. His scoring is going to be inconsistent, though. Right, so far you got Davion Mitchell, Norman Powell, Andrew Wiggins. Doesn't really scare anybody. But then, of course, you've got Giannis Antetokounmpo and Bam Adebayo. Now, that is a force of a front court. It's a force of a front court, having Giannis at the 4 and Bam at the 5. Don't get me wrong. But, I mean, unless you're trying to beat Wembanyama in the Spurs for all 72 games plus playoffs, this roster can be had by most teams in this league. So Giannis, while for him, it's awesome. He's out of Milwaukee now, and now he's in Miami, a much livelier, warmer city. He'll probably have a lot more fun living there. But in terms of the product that they're going to put on the court, I just don't really see a world where it's going to be vastly different in terms of the success he reaches, Giannis that is going to be vastly different with the Heat than it was with the Bucks. I just don't really see it. I don't really see it. Oh yeah, by the way, since the Miami Heat have traded away so many of their picks, they don't have any draft picks this year. They don't have draft picks. So they are going to be fully reliant on the starting 5 before you right here. Fully reliant. I don't know. Void says Heat are now a play-in team. The rotation is deceased. Yeah, man. It probably gets super spooky. Super spooky after the starting 5 here. He can fill out the roster in free agency and draft. Like I said, man, their draft picks are depleted. Man. I was looking it up earlier. Let me see. Miami Heat draft picks 2026. This says here, the Miami Heat do not have their own draft picks for the 2026 NBA draft. Their original first-round pick, which was 13 overall, was traded to the Bucks, and their second-round obligations have already been routed to other teams in previous deals. So, I mean, where are these picks coming from? You know? I don't see how the Heat fare well after this trade. I just don't. Again, best front court in the NBA. Best front court in the NBA. Giannis and Bam Adebayo, I'm taking that over any other front court in this league. Okay? But I think it was just a lateral move, guys. It was a super lateral move. People are asking who won the trade, right? Who won the trade? Giannis and Portis now on the Heat. You got, again, Tyler Hero and a bunch of role players. No disrespect to Jamie Jaquez, but a bunch of role players. I just don't really see who got better, who got substantially better coming out of this trade. I guess, I mean, to me, I would argue the Bucks won the trade. 3 first-round picks. 3 first-round picks. You can do something with that. I mean, it's going to be, I mean, again, the draft, like I always, even with the NFL, same thing goes in the NBA. It's all a gamble. It's all a gamble. And the math never ends up making sense because there's a guy who is picked with the 60th overall pick who ends up being better than the first overall pick. That type of stuff just happens in these leagues, right? You can't do draft math. It never really adds up, at least for the most part. So again, the Bucks are taking a massive risk here, but I mean, you got to rebuild. You got to rebuild, and Giannis won it out. Giannis won it out. So you get that headache. Not to say that Giannis was much of a headache, because he just was, I'm sure he was very respectful about it. Not like he was throwing tantrums, not like he was refusing to play, things like that, even though he was banged up quite a bit, but the Bucks get to move on. The Bucks get to move on and they get to start new. It's a little switch up here. They get to start new. So I guess the Bucks would have won the trade if you ask me. I think the Bucks won the trade. Much better coaching than he had with the Bucks. That's fair. That's fair. Makai says Powell is a free agent. Oh, is he really? I didn't know that. Well, that was not what was reported by ESPN here. Look at this. 2027 Heat trying to hit threes next season. Yep. Yeah, because who's like, where are you getting your perimeter shooting from? Where are you going to get your perimeter shooting from? And I said this, unless Giannis plans to become some sort of like point forward where he can like bring the ball up, he can assist, and he can shoot threes. Unless he adds that to his bag in like one miraculous summer, I don't really see where a lot of the scoring is going to come from. It's just going to be run and dunk, get the ball down low to Bam Adebayo, right? It's just everything's going to be in the paint. So when you clog the paint and you force those guys to work inside extra, who are you going to kick it out to? I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. But salute to Giannis Antetokounmpo, because again, he won it out. I think he deserved it, to be honest with you. He deserved it. He deserved to get his way out of Milwaukee. He had been there long enough, delivered them a championship. Right? I would respect it less if he didn't deliver them a ring already. He did. He didn't do what LeBron did and left Cleveland before he got them their ring. LeBron said, nah, to hell with this. I'm leaving Cleveland. I'm going to Miami. I'm going to get me a couple. Then I'll be back to get y'all one. Giannis said, nah, I'm going to stick around. He got them their ring, stuck around even longer than that. Now he's saying, all right, now it's time for me to go. It's time for me to move on. And I think that is totally acceptable and understandable. It is. And it's admirable, too, for Giannis Antetokounmpo to do that for that franchise. There should be there's a reason why I think the Bucks were fighting for the marriage not to end. There's a reason why, because he did so much for them. So much for them. But now it's just time for them to part ways. That's how it be. That's how it be, chat. That's how it be. How long is Giannis' contract? I don't know. Let me see. How long is Giannis' contract with the Heat? Let's see, guys. Giannis Antetokounmpo has one guaranteed season remaining on his contract before holding a $62.8 million player option for the 2027 and 28 campaign. He is scheduled to become eligible to sign a massive long-term extension with the Miami Heat in January. Okay, so there you have it. In January, he'll be able to sign a long-term extension with Miami, which I'm sure they will give him. You know, there's no reason to rent Giannis Antetokounmpo for a season. You know what I mean? You want to build something with him while you have. I mean, because let's just be real. Giannis probably has maybe a couple of years left of, like, I'd say like prime Giannis, like top tier Giannis, and then he'll probably start to decline a little bit. He's more of an athletic guy. Not to say he's not skilled, but he definitely relies more on athleticism than skill in his game. So we'll see. We'll see. But I definitely do think that the Miami Heat will extend him and give him a max contract, a long-term contract. Okay. All right. So we've covered that. Again, salute to Giannis. Salute to all parties involved. I just thought it was more of a lateral trade than anything. But now it's time, guys. Let's go ahead and get into some Liminal Olympics. It's time for some Liminal Olympics. Let's clap it up for that. It's time. Liminal Olympics Challenge. June 23rd, Tuesday. Who's going to win it today? Who's going to take home the title today? All right, let's see. Make sure you guys like this video. Yes, that's right. Leave a thumbs up on this video. We'd appreciate that too. Let's start with this one here. You guys know the drill.
5 seconds. Choose a box. Tag someone you'd survive this with.
All right, 5 seconds. You got to choose a box. Which one are we surviving, chat? One or two? One or two? Drop it in the chat. Let me know. 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 Let me see. Which one do I want to go to? I think I'm gonna go with number. Give me number 2. Yeah, give me number 2 on this one. Give me number 2. That's what I'm gonna rock with. Mike, what up? Couple y'all. Kenny's going 2. King Blaze going 2. Stretch going 2. Void going 2. Mike's the only one going 1. Okay. All right. I see you, Mike, on the island. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Come on, 2.
Box 1. The elevator. You are stuck inside a stopped elevator between floors in an empty skyscraper. The doors won't open. The gap shows nothing but concrete darkness. Food. A vending machine was being restocked when you got in. 28 items. Water. 1 bottle. The emergency phone works, but every time you pick it up, the same woman answers. She tells you today's date. It is always the date you got in. You call every day. Same woman, same date. The building is not abandoned. Every morning you hear footsteps above you. They never hear you screaming, but here is the part that matters. Every night, the elevator descends exactly 1 floor. Silent. Slow. You feel it move. The building has 40 floors. You got in on floor 40. Do the math. Box 2.
So 40 days. Wait. 40 days. What did they say about the food situation?
Between floors in an empty skyscraper. The doors won't open. The gap shows nothing but concrete darkness. Food. A vending machine was being restocked when you got in. 28 items. Water. 1 bottle. The emergency phone works.
20. Okay, so you have to be in here for 40 days. There's only 28, I guess, bags of chips and whatnot in here, and 1 water. Yeah, you're gonna die here. You're gonna die here, especially if you have to be here for 40 days. Hell no.
Every night, the elevator descends exactly 1 floor. Silent. Slow.
All right, let's see what box number 2
the
has.
The building has 40 floors. You got in on floor 40. Do the math.
Do the math.
Box
That's cold.
2. The stadium. You are inside a 90,000-seat football stadium, completely empty. Lights on 24 hours. The concession stands are fully stocked. Food unlimited. Water unlimited. Sleeping conditions perfect. You have the entire locker room to yourself. No
yes, sir.
No threats. No danger of any kind. You are completely safe. There is only one rule. Every night at exactly 3 a.m., one seat somewhere in the stadium will flip down. You will hear it from wherever you are. One click. In 90,000 seats of silence, you are allowed to look. Nothing will happen to you if you look. Everyone who has ever been placed here was told the same thing. Not a single one of them looked. 5 seconds.
Okay. I mean, look, that's a W. That's a W. Clap it up if you want to know. That's a W right there. I like that. I like that. I do. Voice says, y'all ever notice that Sutton has a clean fade every stream? I do not, brother. I do not. That's why I wear hats all the time, because I don't always have a clean fade every stream. Let's move on, though. Let's move on. Appreciate that, though. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Pick a door. Pick a door. Pick a door. Pick a door. Red or blue? Where we going, chat? Where we going? Where we going? Let's go with, I don't like this like ghosty figure next to the red door. I'm gonna go with the blue door, y'all. I'm gonna go with the blue door. I don't know why. I just got a feeling on this one. I'm gonna go with the blue door. Let's see. Where y'all going? Who's with me? Blue, 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 red, left. Okay. So Void and Kenny are both going with the red door. Stretch, Blaze, Asmodeus, myself, we're going blue door, which I think is going to be the correct one. Let me see. Are we missing anybody? Mike's also going blue door, trying to bounce back from that 0-1 start. I feel you, Mike. I feel you. All right, let's run it, y'all. Let's run it. I got blue, but they're probably going to start with the red.
The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours.
48 hours, y'all. Where's red door going?
The sunken submarine.
The sunken submarine. This don't sound good. I don't like submarines, bro.
Corridors are narrow and extend farther than the vessel should physically allow. The metal walls vibrate constantly, even when the engines are silent. Fresh water appears in sealed containers at regular intervals, and packaged meals can be found in empty storage rooms. Small crew bunks remain warm and suitable for sleep. A pale human-shaped figure stands at the end of different hallways.
Fuck no.
Despite there being only one confirmed entity on board, do not approach it. If you see it closer than before, immediately turn around and choose a different corridor. You are not safe here.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to die there. Like, what? An entity? Can you imagine being trapped in an empty submarine? You're underwater, like hundreds of feet deep underwater, and there's an entity somewhere roaming that submarine who's looking for you. That is an L. That is a certified, bona fide L every single time. It is. Ooh, blue door. Talk to me nice.
The nostalgic cinema.
Nostalgic cinema. This already sounds good.
And stretches across countless cozy screening rooms. Strange and unfamiliar films play continuously, and none of them seem to come from your world. Fresh popcorn, warm pastries, and cold drinks are always available in the lobby. The reclining seats are exceptionally comfortable, allowing you to sit back, relax, and sleep whenever you want. The air smells familiar for reasons you cannot identify. There are no entities here. Congratulations, you're safe.
Yes, sir. 2-0. 2-0 on the day. Uh-oh. Your boy is doing well. A couple of us are 2-0, though. King Blaze 2-0. Stretch 2-0. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to everybody who's undefeated so far. Not easy to do. Clap it up for yourselves. Not easy to do. We about to move on to the third challenge. Mike 1-1. Sutton, did you check out the 20-0 challenge? No, I didn't. What is that? Did you send it to me? I might have missed that one. I didn't see that. 20-0 challenge. All right. Moving right along here. All right, let's see. Third challenge of the day.
Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your fate.
All right, where are we going? I can't even tell if that's a red door or a blue door. I'm gonna just go left or right. It looks like a faded red. Maybe I'm tripping. The blue kind of looks blue, but I'll accept left or right here if we can't tell. But I'm gonna go with the, let me see. Not trying to lose this undefeated streak. I think I'm gonna stick with the blue door. I'm gonna stick with the second option. Second option has done me right so far. So I'm gonna stick with the second option. So give me the blue door or the right door. Give me the one on the right. Yeah. Orange and turquoise? Is that what you're seeing? I guess you can see orange a little bit, but I don't know about turquoise. All right, I'm going with the door on the right. Let's see what happens with the door on the left first.
The door you choose will determine your fate for the next 48 hours. Door 1, the Lost Lighthouse. You find yourself beside a lighthouse that stands alone on a narrow rock formation surrounded by a foggy ocean. Crates delivered by the tide contain bottled water, salted fish, and hard bread. A small room inside the tower provides a bed. There is a rusted ship with a large eye drifting somewhere beyond the rocks. It becomes visible only when the beam passes over it. If you see the ship, hide inside the tower immediately. If it approaches the rocks, you are already doomed. Door 2.
I mean, that's not terrible. I mean, because like, okay, so there's a big ass lighthouse here. You get food, you get water and salted fish and bread, and you get your own room. And the only thing you have to do is just avoid a ship that passes by. I'm going to just stay in the room. I'm going to just stay in the room, take the food in there. You know, when I have to go out and collect food, I'll look around, make sure nobody's around, go grab it, go right back inside. For 48 hours, I mean, I could do that. I could do that. I don't know. This might be a close one, y'all. This might be a close one. Let's see what the other door has, though.
The bamboo maze. The forest is made of bamboo taller than any building, packed so densely that the sky is rarely visible. Narrow paths wind between the stalks. Fresh water collects inside cut sections of bamboo, and bowls of rice appear beside the paths each morning. The ground is soft enough for sleep, but never rest near young.
So we got white rice and water.
Young bamboo shoots. They grow rapidly during the night and can pierce through sleeping bodies.
Oh, shit.
There is a living bamboo stalk with a sickle embedded in its side, leaking thick black sap from fresh cuts along its surface. If you hear chopping and find it behind you, walk backward until it is no longer visible. Good luck.
Hold on, I gotta hear that last one again. One more time.
Bamboo taller than any building, packed so densely that the sky is rarely visible. Narrow paths wind between the stalks. Fresh water collects inside cut sections of bamboo, and bowls of rice appear beside the paths each morning. The ground is soft enough for sleep, but never rest near young bamboo shoots. They grow rapidly during the night and can pierce through sleeping bodies.
No, that's actually crazy.
There is a living bamboo stalk with a sickle embedded in its side, leaking thick black sap from fresh cuts along its surface. If you hear chopping and find it behind you, walk backward until it is no longer visible. Good luck. Pick a door.
Yeah, that sounds like an L, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, just based off of like the first one where you literally get fresh food and a bed, right? And all you have to do is just not go outside for the most part. I can't lie, y'all. I think that door number 1, the left door, wins that one. Which means your boy has lost his first challenge of the day and is 2-1. All good though. All good though. All good. All good. Right? I'm not out of it yet. I'm not out of it yet. Right door, you die eventually for sure. For sure. Left one definitely wins. No, I gotta check out that 20-0 challenge though. I saw the one you sent me, Stretch, with the like the NFL, the draft one, where you get to do players from, you have to pick, like, basically you have to draft the perfect team. I saw that. Maybe, I don't know if that's what you're talking about. Maybe not. But I did see that, and I want to do that in a future episode. So thank you for sending me that for sure. All right. All right. Your boy is 2-1 on the day. King Blaze 3-0 out here. 3-0. That's tough. That's tough. That's tough. King Blaze trying to win that title today. All right. I'm 2-1. Stretch is 2-1. Mike 2-1. All right. Let's move on, y'all. Let's move on. I say, yeah, that's it. It changes every day. Oh, it does. Really? I got to check it out. I tried it out one time. It was pretty fun. Definitely going to do that on stream. Maybe not today, but definitely only probably on an episode of Quiet Storm where it's more football related. All right, here we go.
Pick a door. The door you choose will determine your job.
Oh, so this is an employment question. Which door has the better job? Are we going red door or are we going blue door on this one? Thank God it's clearly red and blue, by the way. I'm going to go with the... I feel like they be telling the truth when they write like these things on the door. I feel like they're telling the truth. You know what? But then again, I can't be sure though. You know what? I'm gonna go blue. I'm gonna go blue. F it. I'm gonna go blue. I'm going blue. Let's see. Let's see which one. Man, I'm gonna be so mad if I lose this one, but like let's see, man.
Up for the next
I'm going blue.
Hours. Door 1, the lookout. You're in a Forest Service tower in the Cascade Range at 5,800 feet. The air is cold and smells like spruce trees. Your job is to scan the tree line every hour and radio in conditions. Inside, there is a bunk bed with a wool blanket, a wood stove already lit, and windows on all 4 sides. You heat a can of beef stew on the stovetop and eat it with a sleeve of saltine crackers. There's a French press, a bag of dark roast, and a box of sugar cubes. After dark, you will hear coyotes howling from the valley. The Milky Way stretches horizon to horizon. The radio picks up
a whole vibe
station that shouldn't reach this far. You fall asleep to Hank Williams. The next observer arrives at dawn. You do not want to come down. Your pay is $10,000.
Okay, I mean, $10K to just sit up in a... I mean, I would take that. I would take that. $10K to just sit up in a lighthouse, or this thingamabobber here, and just not do anything. Mile high. I mean, you are hella high up, right? But it's a simple job. You got food, shelter. You don't ever have to come down from there for 10,000. I mean, it don't seem like a bad deal, but let's see if the blue door has a better one.
The tunnel.
The
you are
tunnel,
mapping the condition of a railway tunnel cut through a mountain in 1891.
Damn.
The rail line has been abandoned since the 1960s. Your job is to walk the full length, photograph
show me the
walls
fucking
every
monster.
50
Show me the
minutes,
entity.
and log structural damage on a tablet. The first quarter is routine. Cracked masonry, water stains, roots pushing through mortar. At the halfway point, the temperature drops. Your flashlight picks up marks on the walls, handprints, dozens of them pressed into the stone at shoulder height, fingers spread on both sides for as far as the beam reaches. The north entrance should be visible by now, but it is not. Keep walking forward and do not turn around. If your flashlight begins to dim, stand still.
Damn, bro. Oh, hell no.
Is $4,200.
So $4,200. Are you kidding me? I'm getting paid almost $6,000 less here to lose my life than to basically go on vacation. And Mike is right. The other one did deserve a green giant. It definitely did.
Green giant.
Because what the hell was that, respectfully? Man, I knew I should have went with the red, dog. I knew I should have went with the red. I knew it, bro. I knew it. I was on to something when I said I feel like they don't be lying when they put what they put on these doors. Right? Because I'm 2-2. I'm 2-2. Bonus round up next. I'm 2-2. I started off so good, man. Started off so good. I'm like the 2025 Indianapolis Colts. Started off strong, then just got fraud checked down the stretch of the season, man. This sucks. This sucks. But we move on. We move on. We move on. We move on. Here we go. Bonus round. You guys know the drill. King Blaze is 4-0. He's 4-0. Can somebody catch him in wins? Mike is 3-1. It's still a very tightly contested race. But here we got the bonus round. Let's get it.
Hide and pray.
You guys know the drill. You guys know the drill. Go ahead and drop your answers in the chat. While you guys do that, I will be right back. All right, chat. So let me see. So we got 8 numbers here. Let's break this down. Have no idea where. Okay, so I see where. Well, I guess I don't know where the monster is going to come in from. But I am going to go with number. And this is tight. This is close quarters too. It's normally like a lot like bigger than this. Man, I feel suffocated. Let me think here. Let me think here, chat. I think I'm gonna go with number. You know what? Give me number 8. Give me number 8. That's what I'm going with. I'm going with number 8 on this one. I know I'm going to get ratted out some way, somehow. I'm going to get ratted out, aren't I? Mike's going 8. Blaze is going 8 as well. Blaze protecting that record. Protecting that record. Hey, man. Not mad at it. Not mad at it. All right. Asmodeus is going 2. Interesting. Remember, drop your final records in the chat after we spin this. But here we go. Number 8. Talk to me nice. Oh, he came from the top side. Damn. Up 1, over with. Yeah, you going with 1 now, Mike? You already done lost.
Huh?
I found you.
Come on, 8. Stay alive, 8. Stay alive, 8.
What? Help me.
Come on, 8. Come on, 8. No. Yes, 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 yes. 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 Oh, we Gucci. We're good. We're good. That's a W. Let's go. 3 and 8 are the winners. Clap it up, man. A W for your boy. Your boy is 4 and 2 on the day. You guys know the bonus round. If you win, it counts for 2. Counts for 2 on your record. Mike said he switched it up to 1 last second. Tragic, man. Tragic, man. King Blaze didn't switch up, man. He was rocking out with the 8, which means that he went 6 and 0 on the day. We have an undefeated champion here in the chat. And King Blaze, let's go ahead and clap it up for King Blaze, man. I hope you're blazing one up right now. Blaze one up right now for yourself, man. Listen, man, and if they try to tell you to turn it down, they try to say it's too loud. Feel me? If you blazing up and they say it's too loud, where you at? What do we tell them, man?
We do not care.
No, we don't. Shout out to Blaze, man. Winner of today's Liminal Olympics challenge, going undefeated on the day. Clap it up for my boy. Shout out to him, man. And thank you for playing as always, man. As always, man. Always have fun playing our Liminal Olympics games. Blaze says, yes, I will. You know it, brother. You know it. Appreciate you for coming through and participating and winning, man. Big W's. How many W's you got now, Mike? Mike got at least like 3, 4 Liminal Olympics rings. Meanwhile, I still have none. At least not any soul rings. I've got like rings, but you know, it's not the same. It's not the same. All right, chat. Let's move on here to some reactions. I want to talk about this. Somebody's got to answer this question for me. Is Chick-fil-A washed? Is it washed? Somebody let me know, because I saw this earlier today that America's favorite fast food chain has recently switched up. So Jersey Mike's just knocked Chick-fil-A out of the top spot and is now America's highest rated fast food chain. Did you ever think you would see the day? And, you know, I saw this. As a matter of fact, let me get Grok to do a little bit extra research on this while we're looking at this, just to make sure that this is super valid here. Because I find it hard to believe, personally. I find it hard to believe. It says, shares a 2026 ACSI graphic showing Jersey Mike's dethroning Chick-fil-A's America's top rated fast food chain with scores of 84 to 83, ending an 11-year streak. So damn, for 11 years, Chick-fil-A was seen as the #1 fast food chain. I would honestly thought it had been longer than that. I thought maybe it would have been like 15. You know what I mean? Like, because I feel like Chick-fil-A really, really like took off. I understand it's been around for years and years, like decades, but like I feel like it really, really took off like around like that 2010, around that 2010 range. And ever since then, they just never looked back. But let me continue reading here. It says the ranking credits Jersey Mike's for its freshness, variety, and value after adding hundreds of locations and strong sales growth in 2025. Okay. Let me see. So, again, I asked the question, is Chick-fil-A washed? Are you personally a fan of Chick-fil-A? Have you ever been? Do you still frequent Chick-fil-A. You know, they're everywhere nowadays. But again, I just find it hard to believe that Jersey Mike's, of all fast food chains, would take the #1 spot, only because Jersey Mike's, I mean, like, there's just so much lack of variety compared to Chick-fil-A. Like Chick-fil-A, you know, they've got chicken sandwiches, they got chicken tenders, they've got nuggets, they've got salads, they've got soups, they've got milkshakes, they've got a lot of stuff. Desserts, they've got a lot of stuff. So there's something in there for everybody. And like, who doesn't love chicken? You know, and if you don't really love chicken, that, you know, you just want something a little bit healthier, whatever, you can get a salad. They also have grilled chicken. They sell a lot of stuff at Chick-fil-A. So I just find it hard to believe that a fast food chain such as Jersey Mike's, who all they sell is subs, right, and chips and soft drinks from the fountain. How? You know, every time I go to Jersey Mike's, it's not packed anywhere near like how a Chick-fil-A is packed. Now, what I will admit is that like Chick-fil-A, it's you know, how crowded it is when you go to Chick-fil-A now is not what it used to be. I say like 6 to 10 years ago, anytime, especially anytime before COVID, Chick-fil-A at any given time was packed. Absolutely packed. Nowadays, you can go and it's not as bad. It's not as busy. But I'm definitely not looking across the street at Jersey Mike's with a line wrapped around the corner. I'm not doing that either. So again, I ask, and how many of you guys eat Jersey Mike's? That's what I want to know. How many of you guys think that Jersey Mike's is the best sub shop? Like over, you know, Subway, which a lot of you guys would probably agree with. Over like a Firehouse Subs, over what are the other ones? There's a bunch of other ones as well. A lot of you guys have, you know, local ones, like local mom and pop ones, which I would prefer to go to over Jersey Mike's. You know, Potbelly, stuff like that. You know, so I don't know. I want to see what you guys say about it, though. Let me see. I asked him yesterday. Chick-fil-A is definitely overrated, but below Jersey Mike's. Mega yikes. Exactly. Mike says I don't trust this poll. I'm hesitant to trust it too, bro. Let's do some more digging on this. I want to do some more digging on this. Arby's meats are top 3 eats. Arby's is wild, bro. Arby's is crazy. And Subway is better? Void. Nah, we got to void. That ain't it, brother. That ain't it. But let me look up this. Let me look deeper into this. Let me see. Jersey Mike's, Chick-fil-A, best fast food. See if I can find anything else on this. Okay, so USA Today has put out an article. Let's read this, shall we? Let's close out of these advertisements. Oh, wow. They've got it paywalled, chat. They've got it paywalled, unfortunately. USA Today's got to make their money somehow, huh? See if there's another article I can bring up here. Delish.com. Jersey Mike's is officially the new fast food satisfaction champion after more than a decade. So ACSI, the American Customer Satisfaction Index. Okay, so this is customer satisfaction. Jersey Mike's scored an 84 out of 100, and Chick-fil-A scored an 83 out of 100. Again, like, what is so satisfying? I would ask America, you know, what is so satisfying about Jersey Mike's? I've only had it like maybe once or twice, and it tastes like any other sub shop. At least with Chick-fil-A, you know, like when you're eating Chick-fil-A. Because to be honest with you, if somebody put a Jersey Mike's sub in front of me, and then also like a Firehouse sub in front of me, and didn't tell me which one was which, I wouldn't be able to tell the difference just by eating the two subs. They'd probably both be pretty good, but I wouldn't be able to tell the difference. You know what I mean? So, but with Chick-fil-A, if somebody blindfolded me and put a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich in front of me and said, hey, eat this, and I took my first bite, I would know that it's a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. At least it has like a distinguishable and consistent taste, you know? But again, I just don't know how Jersey Mike's edged out Chick-fil-A here in terms of customer satisfaction. Especially when you consider Chick-fil-A, I mean, customer service is like their whole thing. It's their whole thing. Right? I don't know what they do to those employees at Chick-fil-A, you know, with the my pleasure and all the manners and whatnot, but for the most part, like I don't care if it's like a 16-year-old working in there on their first job, or like a post-retirement like 70-year-old person who was in there working. Like they're all super well mannered, and everybody in between, they're all super well mannered, and customer satisfaction and service is their thing. That's like their whole thing. In Jersey Mike's, most times you're gonna go in there, you're gonna get like a high school student or somebody who's like in college or whatever, who just doesn't really give a damn. They got an AirPod in at all times, right? Like may or may not be wearing gloves at any given moment, you know? And they're not even going to smile at you half the time. So I don't know, again, customer satisfaction, it's not even like the food at Jersey Mike's is that good. So I don't get it. Void says top 3 fast food goes Bojangles number 1. I'm not mad at that. I love me some Bojangles. 2 Arby's, and then 3 Steak and Shake. I don't agree with the Arby's, even though I haven't had Arby's in years. I'd have to go back and maybe try it again, but it just doesn't really seem like the best option. And the Steak and Shake I've actually never tried before. Let me see. Facts Sutton Chick-fil-A chicken tastes better than McDonald's and Burger King and Popeyes put together. Oh, for sure. Definitely. You don't know what you're getting when you bite into a McDonald's chicken nugget or Burger King, or Popeyes is, I think, better than McDonald's and Burger King when it comes to chicken. But for sure, if we had to rank them, Chick-fil-A is number 1. I'd say Popeyes number 2, and then McDonald's and Burger King 3 and 4, in whichever order you want to put them in. Right. But yeah, I just found that interesting, Chad. I found that really, really interesting that now Jersey Mike's, again, of all fast food restaurants, because I mean, if there was any other fast food restaurant that I would maybe think that would be the case for, hell, I don't know. I mean, I would have said like Taco Bell before Chick-fil-A, and I don't even like Taco Bell, but I know there's a lot of people who love Taco Bell, right? And tacos are more popular than ever before. So, but again, Jersey Mike's, I just don't see it. I don't see it. But to each his own. I guess that's what's going on in 2026. But yeah. I guess Chick-fil-A is becoming washed slowly but surely now. Let's go ahead and move on here. How about some Karen action? Take a look at this video.
How's it feel to be racist?
You guys are not. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, you guys aren't here. You guys are not here.
You got a Karen.
No, you're not. No, he doesn't. No, you don't.
We didn't even mess with you.
I'm being threatened by a guy with a weapon. I'm being threatened by a guy with a weapon.
Look how lame you are.
I need help now.
Back up, bro.
Get the fuck out of here, you guys. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here.
Stop harassing us.
I'm not harassing you. Get the fuck out of here. You guys aren't supposed to be here.
You're being racist in your profile.
Get the fuck out of here.
Stop being racist. Bro.
I'm not being racist. You want to see the kids that I swam with today?
Stop talking to her. Stop talking to her.
Get out of here. I'm being threatened by a man with a weapon.
Yes, ma'am. We're finna leave.
Yeah, you better.
Yeah, you hear her? Get away from us. Get away from us, please.
And you guys get out of here.
We was never near you. You walked up to
but
us.
You guys aren't here illegally. Get
Yes,
the fuck
we
out.
are. My brother, how would I get in here? It's a gated community. My brother just let me in.
You don't even know where your brother fucking lives.
I don't know what happened.
Come on, Snake. Come on, Snake.
Yeah,
It don't matter,
so
bro.
get the fuck out of here and stop threatening me.
I'm not threatening you. I didn't threaten you. What did I say?
Yes, you are.
What did I say to you?
Yes, you are.
I said, hi, how are you doing?
You have a weapon.
Which is illegal in America.
All right. So I don't know if you guys heard that, but again, a Karen situation where I guess these two brothers here were, it seems like a weird situation. You're right. They were in the woods, I guess, filming something, I guess, in this neighborhood that's like a private gated community type of neighborhood. We've seen this story countless times, right? But I don't think I've ever pulled something like this up here on the show, maybe once or twice, but I want to talk about it here because it is a little bit of a weird situation because I guess before the camera started rolling here, You can see it like at the very beginning of this video. She's already on the phone with the authorities, right? So obviously there was an interaction before what we're seeing here in this video. And I assume, if I had to assume, this woman walks up to these gentlemen who are, I guess, filming or something like that. She's not familiar with them. And she's like, hey, you know, and this is where she fucked up. And this is where I think that like everybody should just mind their fucking business. You know, like, why talk to strangers basically telling them, hey, like, I want you to leave this area when you have no jurisdiction over said area. I don't care if you're part of the HOA. I don't care if you are, you know, a tax-paying citizen who lives in this neighborhood and can show them your ID and things like that. Like, you are nobody. You're not the authorities. You're not the authorities. And the guys are trying to tell her that, oh yeah, my brother lives around the corner and that's why we're here and things like that, which very well may be true. But then she also says that towards the end of the video, she says, you don't even know where your brother lives. So I guess they couldn't populate like his address for her so she could feel more at ease of like, you know, which again, none of her business, you know, but once they started going back and forth and things like that, she starts to claim that she feels unsafe and she starts yelling and things. I mean, it's just, it gets real nasty. It gets real nasty. Someone who has nothing better to do with her day just got to keep it moving for real. That's what I'll be saying. That's what I'll be saying, Void. You just got to keep it moving. You got to know that things just don't be worth it in this life. Like confrontation 90% of the time is completely avoidable and unnecessary. And she seems to be like walking her dog or something like this here. Like, why even get into a whole spat like this with two grown men?
How's it feel to be racist?
You guys are not. No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, you guys aren't here. You guys are not
So there's three guys.
here.
You got a Karen.
No, you're not. No, he doesn't. No, you don't. I'm being threatened by a guy with a weapon.
So now she's saying she's being threatened by a guy with a weapon. When clearly these guys are just basically saying like, hey, like we weren't even bothering you. We were just shooting a video out here. Like, why are you bothering us right now? And that's valid. That is so valid. It's times like this where like I would want to spend like one day as a police officer just so I can get a call like this to come deal with a situation like this. Because I would just like literally stand right in this woman's face while these other three gentlemen are standing right here and be like, so you guys are just like filming like a little video or something like that, right? You know, just being creatives. Yeah, for sure. You guys aren't causing any trouble. Were they causing any trouble before you walked up to them? Yeah, officer, well, no, but you know, they're not supposed to. Oh, okay. So you are wasting taxpayer dollars getting me to come out here to try to punish and reprimand three gentlemen who are not causing any sort of disturbance to the community, harm to you or the community. So again, I ask you, what are we doing here, lady? What are we doing here?
I'm being threatened by a guy with a weapon.
Look how lame you are.
And
I'm trying to figure out like what is this weapon that she's referring to as well? Because like if there were actually a weapon that she was being threatened with, I'm pretty sure she would have been very specific about what that weapon was when she's talking to the authorities. Like if there was a gun, you know, oh, he's got a gun. If there was a knife, oh, he's got a knife. You know, he's got a baseball bat. Oh, he's got a baseball bat. He's threatening to hit me. Like it's not that hard is what I'm saying. To just identify what weapon it is, which is why I think this is Cap. This is Cap. What up, Herb? What's going on, Herb? Appreciate you for coming through, brother. I think it's Cap. I do. But that'd be a lot of stuff nowadays, man. Just straight rage bait. Just straight rage bait. I also thought this was kind of rage bait as well. I did. I'm not going to lie. Lots of discourse online about coercion into sex. A lot of people are talking about this. This is like a very, very hot topic right now. And this young lady talks about, I guess, some of her experience.
Since we're talking about being used for sex, I want to talk about something else that's far too many women have experienced. It's called silent coercion. Question for the girls and the queens. Have you ever gone to a guy's house to chill, watch a movie, order food, like whatever, You might kiss, there might be some light petting, but you don't want to have sex. And when you make that clear, their whole energy changes. Suddenly, they're sitting on the other side of the sofa, they stop talking to you, they turn the movie off, start playing their PlayStation, start scrolling on their phone, they leave the room. You know that weird behavior I'm talking about. Guys, do you know how many years it took me to realize what was happening? Because there was no shouting, nobody was forcing me, but the message was very clear. If sex isn't on the table, neither is my attention, affection, or interest. And in those situations, many women end up questioning themselves, asking themselves if they're being unfair. Should they just do it? You ask yourself, am I leading this person on? And the answer is no, no. Wanting to kiss someone, wanting to get felt up does not mean you owe them sex. Going to somebody's house does not mean you owe them sex. Being attracted to someone does not mean you owe them sex. And if somebody responds to your boundaries by withdrawing affection, becoming cold, sulky, or making you feel guilty, that's not respect, that's pressure. The reason I wanted to talk about this is because I generally didn't recognize it when I was younger. I thought it was just, you know, how dating worked. And judging by the number of women I've spoken to, I wasn't the only one.
So it was that young woman giving her take on coercion, right? And basically how, I guess, men try to mentally manipulate women that they want to have intercourse with by revoking affection and attention and things like that in order to kind of like use this sort of reverse psychology to get the woman to say, okay, we can fuck, right? If you're not going to give me attention, like that's something that I really want, and affection, I really want that. We can just go ahead and do it. I know you want to do it. And then maybe you'll give me more of that, which I think is super sad. Okay. I think it's super sad. But I mean, I think I have to agree with this girl here for a couple of reasons, because if you are the type of man who is single and, you know, dating around and things like that and trying to get to know people, why are you, again, as a grown ass man, by the way, when you aren't getting your way with a woman, and by getting your way, I mean like you were expecting to fuck, she doesn't want to fuck. Why are you then like metaphorically like taking your ball and going home and not talking to her or getting on the game or ignoring her and things like that? When right before your behavior and your energy was so different. It just speaks to your intention. And I think that women should continue to, I think, make men wait and just kind of see how they move and react in those type of situations. Because if you get with somebody who, when they don't get their way, they shut down. If you see that early on in a relationship, it's probably time to cut and run. It's probably time to cut and run. You know, now some men might react to this and say, oh, well, why would she be trying to kiss me and do these other things and be affectionate if she didn't want to have sex? When in reality, the answer to that question is, it doesn't matter, bro. If she does not want to be penetrated by you, she does not want to be penetrated by you. Okay. And if you really feel like you want the sex that bad, just go get a prostitute, brother. Just go do that. You know, it's like you're walking in the mall by the little and you're in the food court and you're by the store that hands out the samples, right? And you go by, you taste the sample, and you're like, that's good. And then you're just sitting there looking at the guy who gives out the samples, like, hey, don't you want to give me an entree? Like, I kind of deserve an entree, don't I? You know, you've already given me a sample, might as well give me an entree too. That's not how it works, man. And if you really want that entree, just go buy it. Be transactional as possible about it. If you really want some pussy, just go buy it. Just go buy it. Because all of this, again, this mental manipulation, this emotional manipulation, all it does is make you look like a dick at the end of the day. Okay. That's my take on it. Eli, what up? Am I too late? We'll be wrapping up soon here. But it's all good, brother. It's all good. Appreciate you for coming through. Some of us men can do without it for a bit of time, but I think it's not just on one side. Yeah, and I can agree there. I mean, because listen, at the end of the day, is it smart, or I guess you could say all the way fair as a woman? Like if you are leading this man on and basically, kissing and touching and things like that, for you to just be like, actually, no, I don't want to do anything further. That is like a little weird. Now, healthy men, right, can compartmentalize the fact that, okay, maybe she just wanted to kind of like get close and, feel up and things like that, but she's not actually ready to have full intercourse. It's like, okay, all good. All good. See, some dudes got to learn how to start playing the long game. If you really want to invest and if you really like a person, you got to be able and know how to play the long game. You're not going to get it all at once. Okay, you're not going to get it all at once. You're not going to win the Super Bowl in year one every single time. It's just not going to happen. Right? You got to learn how to play the long game. Eli says it here. As a man, you got to play shit cool. That's when women start flocking to you like crazy. That's what I'm saying. You got to play it cool, bro. You don't want it right now? Cool. I get it. I promise you that would do way more for getting her to actually want to fuck you as opposed to acting like a whiny baby when you don't get what you want. I guess it's all a test that most men fail. Most men fail that test. Herb says I could vibe with any shawty, but I leave the ball in her court if that ever happens for real. Exactly. See, y'all get it. This is why I like y'all. As Modi says, I'll be honest, I ain't trying to fuck someone who ain't in it. That too. Like, why are you even still like turned on after she says that she doesn't want to fuck? It's like, all right. For some guys though, it's a switch that they cannot turn on or off. But like I said, like if you really, really wanted some ass that bad, just go buy it, brother. I promise you, it is out here. You can purchase it. Problem is, a lot of these men have these, this idea of like a power dynamic in their head. They love the idea of a woman opening herself up to him on her own volition and for free, and it's not transactional. That gives you like a feeling of like power over this woman, as opposed to, yeah, I'm fucking this woman, but I paid for this. She knows it. I know it. I'm not the man in any way, right? So, nasty stuff, though. Nasty stuff. Yeah, I don't want to hear damn coochie. Exactly. Exactly. If she wants to stonewall, you can just move on in the interaction and bounce. Now, I mean, if this is a case where she came over to your place and this happens, do you kick her out? Or do you say, okay, you can stay, but then next day, whenever she leaves, you just don't really pursue it any further after that? I mean, that's what I think would be the best course of action. Again, it just never looks good on you as a man if you get turned down sex and you are visibly upset about it. Doesn't make you look good. Does not make you look good at all. But yeah. So I agree with the shawty here. I do. I can't lie to you. Like the video, guys. I think that was about all we had for today. Chat, about an hour in. That was about all we had for today. Listen, guys, another episode coming on Thursday. All right, another episode coming on Thursday. By the way, a lot of cool things coming up this week for Sutton Reactions, and also mainly Purple Rain Podcast. Today, I will be live with Coach Evans, Sip to Tally Films, and Jose from Lunch Break Hot Take, and maybe a few others on the Ravens Roundup. That'll be on Coach's channel. Not sure if we're going to stream it on PRP yet. I got to ask Coach. And as Modi says, option 2. Exactly. I definitely think option 2. And outside of like, she can just throw allegations if you kick her out outright. Outside of that, it's just like option 2 is just better because like it's the more mature thing to do. It's just the more mature thing to do. But anyways, yes, like I said before, I'll be on Coach's channel tonight, Ravens Roundup. Make sure you don't miss that. That should be a lot of fun. And then Thursday, we will be doing an episode with our guy Engraven Videos. That should be fun too. And that's going to be over on his channel. Me and Alex will be on his channel. So lots of stuff planned this week for PRP. Of course, we've got happy hour stream on Fridays per usual. And yeah, outside of that, that's pretty much it, guys. Sutton Reactions, episode 64. Now in the books. Please be sure to leave a like on the video. And with that being said, I'll see you guys later. Peace.